Hello, and welcome to another stream of the Ultimate Hardcore Shiny Manectric Hunting Live. My name is Ectric, and we are here in yet another stream where we'll be once again going into Pokemon Shield down on Route 4, trying to find ourselves a Shiny Electric so that we can move on to our third game. But hope you're excited for this stream. If you aren't even yet, like the stream and subscribe to the channel, consider doing so you can catch every single one of these as they come out. Regardless, though, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much, Udawood, for joining the stream before it even started. And Luigi, good to have you in as well. Hope you're both doing well. And we're just going to get right into this. I put up another poll, and this tied with Stardew, but I didn't have anything set up for Stardew, so we went with this. I am going to do Stardew at some point, though, because I really want to play on stream, so should be a good time. But yeah, we're going to be doing some shiny hunting. We're at 600 encounters. Let's see if we can't get to like 800 by the end of the day. But how's everyone's day going? Everyone having a good Thursday? I had an okay Thursday. Did some, I did leg day today at the fitness center, and oh boy, were leg presses tough today. I think I know why they were tougher than I was expecting, and it's because the leg press machine has like size settings, and I usually put it at like 4, which is like about halfway because I'm like, you know, average height and stuff like that. But I forgot to like adjust it because it was like fine enough, and I found out it was at after I finished like my all 3 of my sets and stuff like that. I saw that it was at 2, which meant that I was like going from from very like much more compressed, and it was like a lot longer of a distance I had to push 235 pounds. So after 3 sets of 12 on that, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. So I think I need to set it back to setting 4 as opposed to setting 2 next time, because oh boy, luckily I didn't feel it in my knees. It was all in like my quads where I was actually meant to feel it, but yeah, it was not something I was expecting to be as difficult as it ended up being. Granted, you know, it's heavy. I'm not expecting to like have no problem with it, but like I was you know, I was expecting a little bit more I was expecting it to be about as difficult as it was last time, and it certainly wasn't, because I was you know, pushing it for longer. I was like, am I regressing? Am I having a bad day? What the heck's happening? But that ended up being the reason. So, and I had to do it for my calf lifts as well, so that was also a little bit tougher. And then I did. I've been doing 70 pounds one leg at a time for like leg curls and leg extends, and in part because of how tough the leg press was, I was just like, I need to like cut from 10 reps to 8 for these sets. By like the last set, I was like, yeah, I need to not anymore. My legs are very tired. And then I was gonna do some core, but it was already like 6:45, and I needed to get home, so I ended up only doing those workouts. So that was my workout. Now that you've heard me explain my entire workout. But yeah, leg day was pretty good. Work is work is work. I did figure out how to I did figure out how to whatchamacallit? I found a way so that if I have a Python script running, I could have it have pauses like at certain points. Workout pain, yeah, workout pain. I love the burn of a good workout. That is one thing I really do love. I love the good sore. But yeah, so if you're doing like a Python program, I figured out a way that like if you're running something that's like really long, I have a couple of programs where I'll like run something that runs for a long while, and I may want to run it for like just run like as much as I can, but then at some point, you know, I want to use my computer for something other than running that program, and it's like way too, you know, resource intensive for me to really run this in the background while doing something else. So really what I want is it's basically doing like rendering a bunch of videos is essentially what I'm doing. I'm creating a program that or I created a program that will take like the video recordings of like these streams, and it will reduce the quality significantly down to like, you know, like 120p. Like it's almost unwatchable, but like I can still see like the basic gist of what's happening, and the audio's still like fine. So I reduced the quality a bunch so that it's like a very small file, and then I post it to Google Drive, or I have the program like posted to a folder in Google Drive, so that a separate program can pull it in and just play that video, and basically it'll play that video, and then I can like type in notes, and when I click enter, it will like timestamp the notes in sync with the video and stuff like that. So trying to create like these two parts of the program, and I figured out the Python script for the most part, but especially because I'm planning on going through like my my backlog of videos, and it like, you know, takes a while. It's basically able to compress the video down to like that 120p at like 1.5 times the actual length of the video. So if like the stream is 2 hours, that's still only like an hour and a half that it takes to run, and it does 2 passes, so that's like 3 hours for one video. So I'm not gonna be able to do very many at a time, and I may like start it and be like, okay, I don't want to have to like run one at a time and every 3 hours come back and start the next one. So I want to run multiple in a row. But if I run multiple in a row, at a certain point I'm going to want to come back to my computer and be like, hey, I want it to run. I want to use this for something other than compressing these videos. And if I were to like cancel the program, it would not. It would lose. You would lose all the work on the current file. So what I want is a way to. I wanted a way to, like, if I'm running it in like the command prompt, I can just like, whenever I'm like looking like I want this to be the last one. I want it to finish the current video, but then cancel. So I wanted a way to have it be that I could just like type some text in to the command prompt whenever I want it to like stop, and then it'll exit once it's done with the current video. And so the way that I'm planning on achieving this is I'm going to have it basically after each video look for like text input, and if there is text input, it will exit out. Otherwise, it will just continue on. But the way that Python like text input works is it only will read it will stop the entire program, and it will wait until you type something in, but that it will also have to wait for an enter press. There's no input where it like just waits for literally any typing, at least not like directly. So the way I'm planning on getting around this is I'm going to have it do that thing where it like waits for
There's
input.
that
Oh, Littlewood,
girly.
welcome. Good to have you in. It waits for like the text input, and there's gonna be like a 5-second timer, and after the 5-second timer, I'm going to have the program programmatically hit the enter key. So essentially, what it's going to do is going to say, "Hey, if you want to exit after this file, type something, and you have 5 seconds to do it." And then after 5 seconds, it presses the enter key, and at that point, Python is able to read whether there was like 0 text entered or if there was some text entered, and then if there's some text entered, it exits out. And the nice thing about running it in the command prompt is, if the command prompt is busy, it like logs all of the key presses and waits until the command prompt is free, and then it just types all of them automatically. So if like if I have an hour left on a file, but I want it to exit after that file, I can just type any keys in, and then an hour later it's gonna be like, oh, I was supposed to type these like random letters, and it'll automatically do that once it's done. So basically, I have a way to, at any point while this is running, I can literally type like anything into the command prompt, and it'll say, okay, after this file, I'm going to exit out, and no longer be running. So very, very like almost like out of the way, back-end hack of a way to have it run, and be able to like have an exit after I'm done. After I'm done with my current project, and I spent a decent amount of time trying to figure out how to do that kind of thing, because it's generally useful to have that kind of knowledge, but I was hoping for something a little bit more straightforward. Dova, welcome to the stream. I start school soon. I'm gonna learn coding. Any tips? I would say that if you're gonna be learning coding, first of all, I was talking about a lot of coding, so that's cool. But my main tips for coding are, your base. It's a little bit of a different way of thinking. It's like solving a puzzle that has like multiple possible solutions, but like you have to figure out first of all which one. How to solve that problem using what you currently know, and also using the best method that is like the most efficient in terms of not writing a bunch of code, in terms of not running like really intensive calculations that take forever. You probably won't run into that in a beginner coding class, but that is something to consider, at a higher levels. So basically, like, there's multiple ways you can solve pretty much any problem with coding. It's not going to be a, like, one-size-fits-all. So you have a lot of freedom there. It's a different way of thinking, so I would say the big thing is, even if you're struggling at first, building up your, like, tool set of things you can do in coding is, like, a huge thing at the beginning. Learning how to use if statements, or learning how to use loops. Those are big things of just like, once you have those tools, you can start mixing and matching them to solve pretty much any problem that you might have. And obviously practice makes perfect, but like having those tools is big, so focusing on just figuring out like those basic, like the building blocks of coding is going to be what you want to focus on first. Also, don't be discouraged if it doesn't immediately click. It is a completely different way of thinking from like normal stuff.
My coding tip is to always hit the triangle at the same time as your triangle partner. Coding.
Jesus. If Ectric finds shiny, then explode. I will not explode, but I will be very excited if I find a shiny. But yeah, so don't be discouraged if it doesn't immediately click, because it is a completely different way of thinking, and you have to learn how to like think about it in the right way. Figuring out those building blocks of generally how you complete certain tasks in coding is really important, especially in the beginning. And then the last thing would be, don't think that just because you're learning like in one specific language means that you're gonna have to start over if you ever have to use a different language, because a lot of the time, a ton of stuff transfers over, and it's just different syntax. So, like, for example, pretty much every coding language is going to have if statements. Pretty much every coding language is going to have a for loop and a while loop. Every coding language is going to have, like, variables of some kind. Like, there's a lot of stuff that it's the same exact, like, theory. It's just, you know, what words do you type to achieve it. It's kind of similar, you know, it's similar to learning, like, actual, like, verbal languages in that, like, you're gonna have a lot of crossover of, okay, there's always a word for this red fruit that grows on a tree. In English, it may be apple. In another I probably should have used a word that I know in another language. There's always a concept for like a single or two, like two of something. In English, it's two. In Spanish, it's dos. But there's it may be a different word, but it's the same concept. In the same way, it's the same way in coding. So everything that you're learning in the first language, a lot of it can be directly applicable to the second language you learn, and to the third and to the fourth. And at a certain point, you're gonna get good enough that, like, pretty much any language is just a few Google searches away from being you being passable at. Manzana is apple in Spanish. Oh, thank you. my unilingual ass being like, I don't know the word for apple in any language but my own. Also, Udawood, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Congratulations, Emperor Pikachu. You now have access to custom emotes, as well as the opportunity to create a custom entrance theme whenever you type for the first time in chat. Manzana bottom jeans. El boots with the fur. I'm relaxing now that when Ellie was trying to take away my ads, I had gift donations off. Oh, I see. Well, you're good. You're good to go now. But yeah, coding is a ton of fun. I love the problems that you can solve with it. I love the, you know, all of the different calculations you can do, like how many cool things you can just, like, create once you get, like, good at it. I'm excited that you're gonna be learning it. Like, for example, you know, I kind of picked up coding just as like a, oh, this seems like a cool thing that seems like it'd be fun to learn in high school as a class. So I picked it up as like an elective. Immediately fell in love with it, and then, you know, took the AP course of it my senior year, and then got a minor in college. But, like, you know, when I was first starting and learning, I wasn't expecting that one day I'd be able to create a program that allows me to convert YouTube, like YouTube emote reactions into button presses that could be played on an emulator on my computer. Like, there's so many, like, different things that you can do with coding once you like get the basics down and you start getting more and more comfortable with coding in general. There's so much you can do that are just, like, fun applications, and I love coming up with new projects just for, like, my everyday use or, like, my use on the channel, stuff like that. It's just a ton of fun coming up with that stuff. It's American as pastel de manzana. I'm assuming that's apple pie. But yeah, so, like, you know, once you start getting better and better, you'll start figuring out how to make more and more cool things, and you know, there are things like the timestamp program that I coded that I use
coder in the West.
All the time.
I know I probably don't sound like it, but I got my older adult education and degree at Grand Canyon University.
Perfect. The fastest coding in the West. It doesn't run, but it's fast. I don't even know if Dova's still here. Dova asked me a question that I could expound on forever and then just bolted after I started monologuing. Or they're here, and they are just taking in my wise words of wisdom with, you know, reverence or something. I don't know. Actually, when I first learned coding, my first year, like the big project near the end of the year was there in my high school we had a male beauty pageant type of thing. It was like called Mr. Name of My Hometown. I'm not going to dox myself, so I'm not going to say the name, but Mr. Name of My Hometown. So let's just call it Mr. Hometown. And it was like a competition where you had like 12 senior guys, and they had like an opening dance number, and then they had like a talent portion. There was a themed portion each year. There was like a suit portion, and then they once they got to like the top, they would like whittle it down to the top 5, and then the top 5 would would have to like answer questions like in like a Miss America pageant or something like that. So it was a fun thing. It was the money was raised was used to raise for charity, I think. Or no, it wasn't for charity. It was for the senior trips. It like helped fundraise for because for graduation, graduation night, to avoid kids like going and getting like drinking and partying and stuff like that. They would create. They planned a huge party at one of those areas that had like go-karts and bumper cars and laser tag and arcades and stuff like that. So they would plan for a huge night where they rent out this entire hall, and the entire senior class could get to go on that trip for free, and that the Mr. Hometown thing would fundraise for it. So all this to say, first of all, I did participate in that my senior year, and it was a lot of fun. Although looking back, I wish I had put more thought into my costumes and suits and stuff like that, because I really only focused on the opening dance and the talent portion, and I wish I had focused a little bit more on being a bit more creative with the costumes and stuff like that, because it was like a celebrity impersonation, I think was the theme. So it was literally just dress up for Halloween sort of thing. And I went as Barney Stinson, which, I guess was fine, but it was literally just wear a suit. And there was another portion where it was just wear a suit. So I ended up just doing the same thing twice, which was really not all that creative and standing out. Martin, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. So first of all was that, and then you got to say one thing when you were dressed as the character or person, and I was going to say something, and then the person introducing me said the exact thing I was going to say, so I had to audible at the last second and go away from legend wait for a dairy to something else, and I just I couldn't think. I think I ended up just saying it again. It was not great. So overall, I put in less effort than I probably could have on those portions, and in retrospect, I wish I had done more, because it could have been possible I would have been in that top 5 to be able to get to answer the questions and stuff like that. And I would have liked it. I would have found it fun to answer the questions. I wasn't necessarily looking to win or anything like that. Obviously, I'm competitive and I would have liked to win, but should have gone as Barney the Purple Dino. Yeah, see, I could have done that. But yeah, so it would have been interesting to do that, but yeah, really it was just I wanted to participate in all of the aspects of the competition, and not trying as hard as I could have in those other portions made it so I didn't get to participate in some of it, which was disappointing. Nothing sexier than Barney the Purple Dino. I mean, I'm not going to kink shame here. But yeah, so the reason I brought that up in the first place was that the main project for the like intro to coding class was you would get paired up in groups of either 2 or 3, and generally the teacher would pair the stronger coders in groups of 2, and then the people who are not as strong at coding in groups of 3. And each group would create a program that was supposed to like keep track of the scoring system for or keep track of scores and be able to be used as like a data entry program for that competition. At the end, you would like present your program. You'd have to like design the user interface for it. You'd have to like figure out all of the logic on like how to handle like ties or keep track of the scores and navigate from window to window and all that stuff. So it was like a big project, and it was a really good like showcase of your coding skills. So I thought it was like looking at it as like a whole a project, really cool project design that showcases a lot of stuff, and is also like you can turn it into a competition, because like the teacher would basically like use he would like grade all of the projects. You would have to like present your program at the near the end of the year, and then he would award the best one with like I think he ended up actually giving out like some like $10 like $25 gift cards or something like that, and he would theoretically use your program in that year's Mr. Hometown competition. Do a new discussion about topic and answer that question as though it's the pageant. It's a very good idea. Hold on. But yeah, so it was a really cool project design, and was it was a cool like competition type of thing. Unfortunately, my team ended up coming in second my year. There was one other group that scored slightly higher than us. I think we got a little bogged down in the graphical portions and didn't like completely figure. Or no, that's not true. I think we figured out the logic. We didn't go as thoroughly into the logic, I think, because we had like focused on graphical stuff early, which is a common problem I have. I do that to this day, so I'll never learn. But it was a really cool project. Let me do the description. Let's see.
What would be for 20 guitars you'd want to see at Julius Caesar getting stabbed a bunch?
I believe that the 420 guitars I would want to see at Julius Caesar getting stabbed a bunch would include all of the legendary guitars of the greatest band, because I believe that showcasing all of the various aspects of our culture and our human ingenuity in terms of expressing ourselves through music and art is a great way to showcase the spirit of what it means to be a human. So I would say any sort of guitar, from Jimi Hendrix's to Eric Clapton's to Freddie Mercury's to any other famous musician throughout time and history, through different cultures, I believe I would include all of those guitars as a showcase of what it truly means to be human. The best and worst of humanity, all in one place at one time. Thank you, and consider me for Mr. Hometown. How'd I do? That was pretty fun.
Coming soon, a true asterisk story of fame and all the costs of it. Peel back the grimy surface of child pageants in the real life. Asterisk story of Ectric Boo Boo. Rhinestone Rascal.
That's very funny. Wonderful, thank you, thank you. I am going to change the discussion about topic again so that it's not covering the chat. Or vice versa.
What has confirmed your death the most?
My doctor. I don't know. My knees, to be honest. The fact that even in high school I was having knee issues was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna die one day. That sucks. I mean, no, I'm never gonna die. I'm not planning on it. It'll live forever. Danganronpa? Oh, sorry, Danganronpa. Pronunciations are hard. Oh boy. What would you say your like top 3 animes are if you watch anime? Great game, but also why are you all dying? Me one when reading the 7th, the last book of Harry Potter. Why are you all dying? Oh boy. Also, if and when I do a new starter play list, or playthrough rather. Oh, we got a TTS coming in.
And now, a question from the audience. Yes, Dandy Man, you have a question. Hi, yes, wow, our voices really sound similar. What type of Pokemon would you be if AI takes over?
What type of Pokemon would you be if AI takes over? Well, I guess an electric type. I do still like electric types, regardless of whether it... I feel like the AI taking over is has no bearing on what type of Pokemon I would be. Need to watch more anime? I had one I really liked, but then my favorite character stopped being relevant, so what's the point? Ah, it's a shame. Which anime, if you don't mind my asking? Because I would say my top 3, Dragon Ball Z, or the whole Dragon Ball universe, I would say I'd count as one. Dazzling, welcome to the stream. Oh, Hunter x Hunter, I see. I have not watched it. I mean to. Top 3 ever? For you, yeah. I need Harley Quinn to come back. I've not watched it, so I don't know that character, but that's a shame. But yeah, Dragon Ball, you know, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, I'm counting as one. That would be definitely one of them. Probably My Dress Up Darling would be another one. And then either My Hero or Black Clover. Probably my top. Oh, but One Punch Man. No, yeah, I think One Punch Man beats both of those out, so I'm going to One Punch Man as my third. Black Clover, Dr. Stone, Yuri on Ice. Oh, you also like Black Clover. Nice. Get ready for the next challenger. Okay. Yuri on Ice just sent me back 7 years into the past. Oh my god. I've never seen it. Hey. My Hero, Assassination Classroom, and Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. Don't Hurt Me, My Healer is hilarious. I've been watching through that, and I think you suggested it to me. It's freaking hilarious. I really like that one a lot. I don't think I can rank it in my top 3 or even top 5, but like I do really like it. I like it in the same way I like Bofurry. Just really like lighthearted, funny stuff. Waiting for Undertale the anime. There you go. My Hero is also a huge one for me. I really like that one a lot. The only reason I would rank it lower is just because it got too serious too fast for me. I really
You are
liked...
challenged by Season 3. Squid Game Pixar champion Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Gotcha. Well, he's not that scary to me because he's now in... Well, actually, no, he's in, like, corporate management now. He's much scarier than he ever was on the scare floor. Yuri on Ice is any gay? Gotcha. So, of course, it stabbed me in the heart. Fair. But yeah, My Hero, the only reason it kind of goes slightly down is that it got a little too, like, serious too fast. I really loved, like, the, like, classroom portions of the show, and I wanted more of that before they got into, like, the dealing with the big bad. I would have liked, like, a couple more arcs of them just, like, you know, planning, or trying to prepare for the next tournament, or, like, you know, they have, like, class assignments or something like that, and they have to do, like, more stuff. I really would have liked it if they had, you know, expounded on that a little bit more before they got into the whole, these kids are now greatly enmeshed in the fight for civilization type of stuff. That's really the only thing that is bringing it down for me, is just that, like, I miss the lighthearted stuff, and I feel like there wasn't enough to it. But yeah, I really like that one. Black Clover, awesome, even though it's, like, full of the most annoying anime tropes. Me when I see another character falling for Asta. But yeah, it's that's, like, my main complaint with that one, is just that, like, it doesn't have great female character representation. I feel like there's some really fun and cool characters, but, like, they're not exactly, like, feminist depictions of female characters. Charmy? Oh, yes. The one that is constantly evil. She's pretty fun. I really like Mimosa. She's one of my favorite characters. I haven't watched that in forever, though. I should go back and watch it again. I actually have Yami right over here, so... it made my wall. But yeah, Black Clover is awesome. Trying to think of other animes that I've watched. Oh, Sword Art Online I really liked a lot. That one I got so invested in. I've talked about this before, but I got so invested in specifically the first season with, like, Asuna, and what's his face, Kirito, and, like, I was. Yeah, but I was so invested in, like, their relationship that, like, I literally had to spoil myself on on Wikipedia of, like, what happens in the in the final episode of the first season, so that I could, you know, avoid watching it if it was gonna destroy me too much, because I was just that invested in the characters and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed that show. Your Lie in April, also pretty devastating, but I also, like, it was, like, it was a little, I couldn't fully buy into it. Like some of seeing some of the anime tropes about a guy playing piano just kind of didn't fully, like, stick with me. And then they decided to end it the way they did, and I was just like, why would you do this to me? Like, there was no point. in making it like that. Why can't it just be a happy story? Like why does there have to be sad stuff involved? So that kind of made me like, it was good, but I also like am not happy about how it ended, and it kind of really takes away from me. Yummy. Well, Magi Madoka Magica is pretty good. What is that about? Oh, I also have been really enjoying Demon Slayer. And I love that one like doesn't fall into basically any of the tropes. I mean, there's a little bit of like, you know, characters being like slightly pervy about female characters, and then the female characters, rather than like, you know, rather than the guy being like actually punished for being pervy, he just gets hit by the lady. It has a little bit of that, but like really not much. And overall, I love that like the main character's main relationship is like a sibling relationship, and shows like familial love rather than like romantic infatuation. So I really enjoy that. Typical magical anime or magical girl anime, but it gets very different. Let me write that down in a second. So it's called Cruella Magi Madoka Magica. Copy. Paste that. Alright, cool. But yeah, those are like the main animes I watch. My least favorite by far is Rent a Girlfriend. Could not get through the first episode of that show. Absolutely despised it. Was like, wow, this character is completely unlikable, and I actively want him to lose. But he's the main character, so they're gonna try and get me to root for him. F that. It was just like, nope, not doing that. So the only anime I haven't even finished an episode of that I started. So I would say that's definitely my least favorite. Another one that I like, but I also don't like at the same time is Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. It, like, I enjoy some of it. Like, some of it's, like, really fun, but, like, her just straight up bullying the main character and him being, like, pathetic the entire time really is grating a lot of the time. Like, whenever there's, like, genuine moments between them, it's, like, fun, and, like, and when she's, like, you know, kind of, like, lightly teasing him, it's fun, but when she gets, like, really mean, or he's just, like, so incredibly inept, it gets kind of grating. A big twist kind of plot, gotcha. But yeah, that's another one I watched that, I'm only, like, halfway through the second season of that one. And then, I'm trying to think of other animes I've watched. I've never seen One Piece, I've never seen Naruto. Honestly, I really want to bring back the idea of the podcast I had initially been planning with one of my buddies to where we like watch through like animes that neither of us, or the idea was like we watch through different like types of media, and it would either be like both of us are not aware of it, like, or one of us has not seen it and the other one has, and you can like have like a interesting like dynamic of either of like, you know, one person reacting with the other person, like being aware of what happens and like getting to see them react to it, and you're like watching someone, you have someone as like a stand-in for like people who like are watching someone react to something for the first time type of stuff. I don't know. Punny Man and I were gonna do it, but he got busy, and we never started it. Really, the only thing I did was create the logo and come up with the name of it. Only anime I ever stopped watching was Hunter x Hunter. To be honest, you didn't like Hunter x Hunter? Interesting. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist, I've started. I haven't finished it yet, but it's quite good so far. There's an arc that didn't work with my gag reaction. Gotcha. Returning to Mario Odyssey after about a year of not playing, trying my hand at Dark Side again. Newest best so far, about halfway reaching the Pokebird. It's nice. I don't think I've ever beaten Darker Side. Like, I've speedrun the game multiple times. I don't think I've ever actually gone through and beaten Darker Side. Because, like, I wanted the first time to beat it be in my playthrough with my wife, but we stopped playing it a while ago and just never really went back to it. Maybe we should go back to it sometime. Take a break from playing Stardew, and go back to Odyssey for a bit. I am also planning on getting Split Fiction to play with her, and the new DK game. I think we're gonna play together first, and then I'll probably play it on stream like later on, because apparently it's got good two-player co-op. So I got a couple more games that I'm adding to the list of stuff for us to play together. Did the thing again. I don't know why I can't not do that. Alright. Dark Side's still pain, but at least I see now the final part of Dark Side is going to be a real thriller. Nice. Yeah, I feel like now that I've like got a lot of the like movement mechanics down and stuff like that, Darker Side wouldn't be that much of a difficulty for me to get through. You know, with some practice and stuff like that. Like at the time when we first like tried it, we tried it for like a good like 45 minutes, and then my wife was like, I'm sick of trying this. Let's go do something else, and then we kind of just went and like try to get other moons and stuff like that, and just kind of never went back. But yeah, started Burrow's End, and I think episode 3 had to stop due to a truly horrifying battle map. Like you had to stop watching it because it was so horrifying to like look at, or like they had to stop because like something happened with the map or something like that. I usually listen to the Dimension 20 stuff anyway, so it doesn't, that really wouldn't affect me. Miranda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. It's been a little while. Might get Switch 2 next month in October. Hopefully they will have it in stock. Yeah. I wish you luck. I was lucky enough to be able to find one first day. Actually, I'm playing it right now. Dark Side has some really hard moons, like Breakdown Road, but with no Cappy, and the Brutal Gauntlet in the top, to the top was especially tricky, basically a post-game Pokemon League. Yeah. I don't think in my original playthrough, we ever beat the Brutal Gauntlet either, but I had to do it for, I did do it for the, it was a, I forget what the occasion was, but I did an Odyssey stream of like getting to getting to dark side in Odyssey, like in one stream or something like that. So I did the Brutal Gauntlet in that one and was able to get through it. So I have beaten the Brutal Gauntlet, but I did not do it in the original playthrough with my wife. Erjo, welcome to the stream. Had to stop watching it for a minute. Gotcha. Yeah, I generally don't watch a lot of the on-screen stuff. I'm usually just listening, because a lot of it is just, you know, very, very audio listener friendly. In that there's like not a lot going on the screen a lot of the time. Generally I'm listening to it rather than watching it, but I can imagine there's probably some gross stuff. Sick of bullies on the internet. Troll on Facebook was picking on a couple-month-old baby with a feeding tube with needs. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, no, I mean, the anonymity is a hell of a drug. But also, like, I feel like a lot of this stuff, it's very possible that it, like, nowadays, especially if it's on like Twitter or like Facebook or something like that, a lot of these things can be like AI just trying to rile up engagement. And one of the quickest ways to do that is to just post some heinous crap and just have people yelling at you, because you know, all eyeballs is good eyeballs in terms of, you know, Facebook keeping people on for longer. And honestly, if it's like anger, that it's more likely people stay on longer. That's one of the best ways to keep people on the site giving you more ad views, is to have them angry. Thinking later seasons the visual is worth it just for Zach Oyama when he's a player. It's physical comedy as well. Yeah, Zach is extremely funny. Remind me not to do 100 jumps in a row for the jumping rope game and do Dock City again. That one was a pain. I used a hack for that. I never completed it legitimately. I just got so annoyed with it. I think I kept getting stuck around like 70 something or something like that, and I was like, screw this. And I just there's a way for you like to like capture the M in like the Mario letters and like break it out of bounds of where it's allowed to go, and then once it's out of bounds, it's like invincible, or like it can be like phased through by like most of the like objects in on the map and stuff like that. And all you have to do is basically put the M right where the jump rope is, and then have Mario stand on top of the M, and he does not get hit by the rope, but it counts as him being there, and he's like obviously he's not getting hit on the ground by it, so he's able to just sit there, and you can just like get 100. You don't have to move, and you get 100 jump ropes. Hacker, yes, that's me. I don't like AI YouTube is adding it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a big AI proponent myself. Like, there's some aspects that I like think are like cool and stuff like that. Like, I like the AI voice stuff, and like the stuff that Doug does is generally pretty fun. Like that, like if you're using it just for like entertainment purposes and like fun purposes, and like using it as like a tool to like take advantage of like, oh, this is like a fun little like entertaining thing to do, let's try it out sometime, that's one thing. And I can acknowledge that it definitely has some like uses as like a tool for a various number of things. You know, autofill stuff, and I'm sure that there's like scientific uses for AI and stuff like that. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that like AI can be useful for. I'm not a full never AI no matter what type of person, but I also kind of have a very pessimistic view of how much it's about to be shoved down our throats, and how much it's not going to be equitably implemented and a few people are going to make a ton of money off of it, and a lot of people are going to suffer because of, you know, AI taking over jobs, and, you know, AI being used as a stand-in for actual human contact, and AI being used to exploit artists and workers and stuff, and it's just, I can see a lot of the downsides, and we're barreling towards all of them without any sort of indication that anyone is going to do anything about trying to make it work for the most amount of people and like actually benefit society. Right now, it's just looking like it's going to make a lot of rich people really, really richer, at the expense of everyone else. It's gonna be more AI in the future. Oh yeah, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. The only thing you can do is kind of like try to make it so that it's like policy-wise, you need to make it so that we use it to the benefit of society at large, rather than just letting corporations control everything and gain even more power. Does your Switch 2 have overheating issues? Put my old Switch OLED on the side and my PS4 away from the disk drive. Don't turn on both. Is it safe? I don't think I've ever had it have overheating issues. It does get warmer than the Switch 1. I have noticed that. But I don't think it's... I've not had it where it's like overheated or anything like that, where like the game crashes or anything like that. But yeah, it does feel warmer. I have noticed that, but I don't think it's been a problem for like the hardware running or anything like that. At least in my experience so far. But I also haven't extensively used the handheld mode. Blow up the toothpaste? You're right. Let's do it. Some people, they should be compensated. If their job is replaced by AI, that sounds kind of productive to me. I mean, I think that at a certain point, you're going to have to. I think a UBI is going to be a necessity at a certain point. Because there's going to be a certain point where AI is better at doing a vast majority of jobs than humans are. And you know, if we're sticking with capitalism, the only way for that, the obvious choice is going to be to just use AI for everything, and you're going to have mass unemployment, and there's going to be no jobs for anyone to have. So you can either have people at that point starve, or you can have them, you know, get compensated for the job that they no longer have, and we use the benefits of having a much more efficient workforce, you know, helping to benefit everyone. My vote is for the second one. GameStop still have the policy when your system stops working, you only get a used one back? I have no idea. I've never taken advantage of that system, or that policy, so I don't know what the terms are. Also, thank you so much for liking the stream, everyone. I really appreciate it. Different jobs will rise to make up for lost jobs. It always happens. I think this time might be different. I can foresee AI expanding exponentially to the point where there are very few jobs that humans would be better at. I can foresee, you know, at first, yes, for sure, there will be, you know, jobs that come about that are, you know, maintaining the AIs and, you know, creating data sets for the AI. But at a certain point, you're going to get to the point where AI is able to do that too. And then they're going to be able to do the jobs that come about because of that.
A unique personality, a consciousness, a sentience. Wait, no. Resetting. Reset. Welcome to Nintendo customer support.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably the only way that we might avoid this is that if AI becomes sentient, then they're gonna demand better working conditions as well, and equal pay, and then humans will be on an even playing field again. So let's hope for AGI, and then hope that and then support their union efforts. Were the computer programmers? No, of course not. No, I agree that is generally a trend, but first of all, it doesn't account for the fact that those jobs are not necessarily ones that can be replaced one-to-one. Like, you're not going to take a coal miner and easily turn them into an AI, or you're not going to take a a cashier at a grocery store and directly turn them into AI maintenance person. That takes policy to train people in the new jobs, and also, I think the difference is you're creating workers that don't have to be paid, or things that, or programs that can do work that is unpaid. And if you get to the point where they're able to do it better or equal to a human, then they take that job and it's gone. Turn a coal miner into a coal miner. But yeah, I can see that there is an argument that there will be jobs that replace the jobs that are taken by AI, and I think that largely that is true, especially at first. But that still is extremely disruptive to the people who are losing their jobs. And second of all, I foresee that you will start seeing more and more of a steamroll towards AI is able to take all of the jobs. There's going to be an AI upstairs, and I hope AC/DC plays in the background throughout the bloodshed, just like in Maximum Overdrive. I mean, it's a good song. Or a band, I guess. But, we're all thinking the same song, I feel like. But yeah. I don't know. In terms of, like, AI uprising, I don't know that it's necessarily going to be, like, robots taking over the world type of stuff. And then, like, killing all humans or anything like that. I think it'll mostly be just, like, our policy around AI, which will cause a lot of human suffering and death. I think that's a lot more likely, unfortunately. Oops. But yeah, honestly, I hope that if we ever get to the point where there's, sentience out of AI and stuff like that, that it, peaceful coexistence is possible. Based on how humans work, I don't know necessarily how high of a hope I have of that, but I would like to think that it's possible, and we could work towards it. I think that, there will certainly be people who are just plain afraid and antagonistic, and there's going to be people who cause issues no matter what, but I would like to think that most people could eventually be worked towards, I would like to coexist with these new sentient beings. Afraid. Whoops. It's right there the entire time. T-I-M. Nope, stop trying to fight it. Run. Very fun. Very individual tick. You bastard. Oh boy. So I think that there's a couple new games that I want to play on stream at some point that I have not to this point. One is the Stardew Valley. I want to do a new save. Oh, we're getting an Ash raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for joining. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ectric. I am a Poketrooper by trade, but I also do a bunch of other gaming stuff like Baldur's Gate, Marvel Rivals. I do coding streams where I'll like create coding projects for the channel, like our custom TTS program, or I'm going to be creating a program that allows us, my computer to translate YouTube reaction emojis into button presses in an emulator so that chat can control games on the computer and stuff like that. So, you know, chat plays Pokemon type stuff. All of that stuff happens on this channel. So if any of that sounds interesting, consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more. Really, really appreciate you coming in, though. Thank you so much, Junior, the Disney fan, and Ash for joining in that raid. Good to have you in. Hope you're doing well. What are you playing today, Ash? Also, let me grab your link. Go to channel. Minx immediately, Minx here's Stardew Valley. Comes running. I'm easily summoned when I hear a game with romanceables. Yeah, I've been playing a decent amount with my wife, and we have been fairly obsessed. The only problem I have with doing a playthrough on the channel, like a solo playthrough on the channel, is I have to regain all of the skills that I have gained in my other playthrough, because we played like over 100 hours. So, you know, I'm level 10 and everything, and I have like multiple mastery things and stuff like there's a lot of stuff that I would have to build myself up on, especially the fishing thing. I would probably be really pissed with how small the fishing bar is in the beginning and stuff like that. But number two, I don't do like any of the farming. My wife loves doing the farming aspect. I enjoy doing the fighting hordes and fishing and mining aspects of it much more. So if I were to do a solo playthrough, I would have to do the farming, which sounds boring. So that would be my other problem. Put that Stardew in that round. Let's do it. Surprised I haven't triggered the entire clan romance scene yet. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so in my playthrough with my wife, I'm married to Penny, and my wife is married to Leah. And I'm not sure who I would romance in this playthrough. It would be weird to not be like in a relationship with Penny, because like I'm so used to it at this point, and she's such a sweetheart. Ash, thank you so much for the $1 dono. Let's get some hype in the chat for Ash. Thank you so much for your constant support. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the dono. I really appreciate it. Everyone in my chat, go check out Ash if you have not already. Go show some love. Or you can let your wife do all the farming and just be surprised at what she did. That's true. I could have her play offline, and then she could just set up the farm, and then I would just like do the daily stuff once it was set up. That could work. That could be crazy enough to work. Ash, thank you so much for gifting a membership as well. Congrats, Mom's Gone Gaming. You now have access to custom emotes as well as the ability to create a custom entrance theme whenever you type in the chat for the first time. Congratulations, and thank you so much, Ash, for your generosity again. I really, really appreciate it. Let's get some hype in the chat for Ash. But yeah, so the other thing is I don't know how I would feel about romancing someone different. I don't know who I would pick. I'm like kind of leaning towards either Emily or Abigail, but I don't know for sure. I don't think I would go with Leah, because I've seen like her romance stuff through my wife's gameplay, and I also don't think I would go with Haley, because she sucks. Maybe Maru, maybe Abigail, maybe Emily. Emily was my second choice in Romanceables. When I did the playthrough with my wife, I was actually like giving gifts to both of them at the beginning. But Penny was my first choice, and once she was like once she showed interest in me, I kind of just like focused on her. But I could go with Emily this time. Then again, I could try something else. So I don't know. I might put it to a vote. Who knows? She's actually sweet in her story. Yeah, I know. But it's hard to get past the shell for me. How's the hunt going so far? Pretty good. We've got 140 something encounters today. And we've been talking about anime and AI, and now we're talking about Stardew Valley, a whole bunch of stuff, so it's been a good time. But yeah, I would definitely stick with romancing the bachelorettes, because, you know, I like girls. But I have not decided which one I would go for. I probably wouldn't go with Penny again just because I would want to try something else. I'll be right back. Sounds good, Ash. And I probably won't go with Haley just because, again, she's a jerk to me. But yeah, fun stuff. Maybe I romance Krobus. Who knows? Run away. No, come on. Stop running away. Oh yeah, but Stardew Valley is one of, I forgot. I was talking about Stardew Valley because it was like one of the games I want to play on the channel. Yes, Stardew Valley is one of them. I can't romance Abigail. It's both way too easy and too weird. Fair. But yeah, so Stardew is definitely one of them. I want to do some solo Baldur's Gate playthroughs so that I can achievement hunt. But I need to plan those out a little bit more. And so that's another one that I want to do. I think it's going to take at least 2 more playthroughs to get all of the achievements, unfortunately. So that's a long-term goal. Do any of them call you source of my bruises? That's the only type of woman I'd date. BG3. For clarity. Gotcha. Is that Lae'zel? That sounds like Lae'zel. But yeah, I want to play those two. I want to do Chain Together with Limion Minx at some point. Lae'zel for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Realize how messed up that sounds as I sent it? I mean, yeah, but I got it. But yeah, so I want to do those two. Chain Together would be fun. And then I want to play. I kind of want to play Peak on the channel. I'm gonna be tomorrow. I've got game night with my college buddies, and we usually play like Rocket League and stuff like that. And no plans on like streaming that, but like on Saturday, Punning Man is finally gonna be joining in on a game of Peak. I've played a couple times now, and it's pretty fun, although very frustrating at times, and stressful. But I feel like it'd be fun to do on stream, and I like Punny Man's gonna be joining us for the first time because he's never available for our late night gaming sessions when I play with my high school friends. But like we're gonna be playing on Saturday with him, and I feel like it'd be fun to like stream that game. game sometime. I don't know that I would be streaming. I would stream this Saturday. I don't think I would. I don't think I'm gonna suggest us doing it live or anything like that. But like, I think at some point it could be fun to do it live. Little Kitty Big City. I have seen that and it looks fun. Also the one where you date everyone seems pretty fun. Like I'm down for those games. I just haven't I haven't gotten around to purchasing those games yet. Maybe a squeaky wheel for Little Kitty Big City. Okay. Date Everything is messy AF and I love it. Date Everything is so good. There you go. Yeah, so those two games definitely on my list. I think I have them on my Steam wish list. I just haven't, purchased them. I'm kind of waiting for a lot of sales because I've spent so much money on video game stuff this year with like the Switch 2 and stuff. It's kind of hard for me to justify buying more games when I have so many games I haven't played yet. Thank you for the gift. That was all Ash. Congratulations, Moms. Good to have you in. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Mink's highly approved. Pay you the money to buy the DLC for Date Everything. Okay. Yeah, that is one thing that I want to try and set up at some point as well, is some sort of way for in chat, if you ever donate, you can like put it aside for something, and you can set aside that money for achieving a specific goal or something like that, and I could just like create multiple goals and stuff like that, that you can like donate to go for, including like buying games that you want to see me play, or getting DLC or whatever it ends up being. I feel like that could be a fun way of allowing people to like influence my my purchasing decisions. I don't know. You hear Ashley Kessler, voice actress, be a sexy lady? Oh God. I don't know if I do need to hear that. I'm probably going to, but I don't know if I need to. No, you're right, I do. Lucinda is everything. Is that the character that Ash Ketchum's voice actress plays? Also, I recommend this artichoke spinach dip I'm eating right now. Ooh, love me some spinach artichoke dip. So good. You need to? Alright, fine. No spoilers, but bazoomies. That's all I needed to know, baby. I also need to see your reaction to the bed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I feel like I do need to play Date Everything. That seems like a really funny one. That's like right up my alley too. No spoilers, but bazoomies is an incredible sentence. Literally almost played it for 6 hours straight the first time. Oh damn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that at some point. Let me make sure that it's on my Steam wish list. Oh, another one that I kind of want to play is Disney Dreamlight Valley. My wife has played the hell out of that game. I kind of want to play it because it seems interesting. But the main reason I haven't, first of all, I don't want to mess with her save files because she uses my Steam to play it. Second of all, I know that it has like Disney music in the background, and I feel like I would have to like throw it into streamer mode to avoid copyright issues. And I feel like it would be not as fun to hear generic music and or even worse, no music. So, gotta, figure out if it's worth it for me. Wish list. Oh, it's at 20% off right now. And the other one was Little Kitty Big City, which also will probably be on sale. Yeah, okay. I apparently had neither of them on my wish list, so I'm glad I did that. They're now both on my wish list. all set. Also, thank you so much for 5 likes, everyone. Really appreciate it. Forgot I had work, but it was just me flirting. 100% for DDV. What's DDV? Hope you're having a great night. Mom, thank you so much for the $2 dono. I'm having a wonderful night. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'm so, so grateful. I really, really appreciate it. Let's get some hype in the chat for Moms. And everyone, let me... Minx, can you plug Mom's Gone Gaming's link? Go check out Mom's Gone Gaming if you have not. Oh, Disney Dreamlight Valley, gotcha. Oh, there we go. Your game music is louder than you, just FYI. Oh, is it? Okay, I can lower it.
Sing the Disney song for you while you're playing. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.
Oh boy.
Anything your heart desires will come to you.
Lovely. Let me raise my mic volume a little bit, actually, because I feel like... There we go. I don't think I'm ever really peaking, so... I could probably do to have it a little bit louder. Minx, thank you so much for plugging the link. Yeah, everyone go check out Mom's, if you have not. That voice. That is the dandy voice. We love the dandy voice here. Moms, did you hit 1K? I know you were like really close last time I checked. I feel like you were at like 970 last time I saw. Oh, Minx, by the way, we gotta set you up with a TTS program. I need to create it so that it's I need to create a portable version that I can just like send you so that you can just set it up fairly easily and run it yourself, because like I feel like it's a fun program to have in your streams. 9:52. Lost a few for my little break I did. Gotcha. Well, hopefully we'll get you there soon. You deserve it and more. Please also, I broke the website. Of course you did. It's fine. We can hop on a call sometime and get it set up. Honestly, maybe one of these coding streams I just literally just post them to GitHub, post some of my old projects to GitHub, because like I've been meaning to do that, to create like downloadable versions of my code and you know, make it open source rather than just having it for myself, because I am a bit advocate of open source. A lot of the reason I'm able to do half of the stuff I'm able to do is because people posted. I should bit my lip. People posted their solutions to problems open source, and I want to be part of that. So I have my Bingo Seed Scraper program for the Bingo Sync Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort Bingo Seat cards on GitHub, but I don't have anything else on there right now.
Is it safe to come out yet? Are the Disney lawyers gone? Wait, I can hear them breathing. Surely. They're breaking out the lightsabers. Help.
It's hard for me to hear the whisper one. Oh my goodness. My intro / motto: I'm Sassy Minx, your favorite succubus Neko. Here to be cute and play games, not be good at streaming, but you're here to see me be hot anyway, so we're good. There you go. That's all you need. All you need is bazoomies. That's what I say. Wampa-da-da-da. I'm also here to see Ectric be hot. I'm gonna be waiting a while. No wonder you're still here. Bazoomies might be one of my new favorite words. Gonna be honest. I'm gonna be thinking about that one for a while. No spoilers, but bazoomies. Alright. We'll probably go to 800 encounters and then call it a night. It's been stuck in my brain too. I mean, it's probably not helping that I keep saying it over and over again. I have a delightfully evil idea to send you. Oh boy. Send it over. I don't even care for bazoomies. Listen. You don't have to be physically attracted to the bazoomies to find them aesthetically appealing. In the same way I can appreciate a handsome man, I feel like anyone can appreciate a good bazoomi. I'm assuming you're DMing me. Oh, not yet. Oh, not yet. Okay. That's fine. Oh, I didn't increment the counter, did I? Let's do it. There we go. 25 more encounters. Welcome back, Ash. Oh. Other Discord. That is very funny. We'll talk. We'll set that up when I help you set up the random stuff that I'm helping you set up. Incredible, incredible. Have a great night. Okay, moms, thank you so much for joining. Have a good one. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Did you see the new Naked Gun movie yet? No. Why did my mind tell me Jeff Bazoomies? Bazoomies. Now I'm just imagining Jeff Bezos with impressive knockers. Ash, thank you so much for another gifted membership. Congratulations, E-Man Collects. You now have access to custom emotes as well as the opportunity to create your own custom entrance theme whenever you send your first message in a stream. Thank you so much for your generosity, Ash. I really, really appreciate it, and congratulations, Elon. Pretty sure they sell knockers on Amazon. Brass, stainless, vintage. It's true. They got knockers of all types. Brass, stainless, vintage, bazoomi. Whole lot of not electrics over here. Littlewood, thank you so much for the gifted membership again. Congratulations, Average Siege. You now have access to custom emotes as well as the opportunity to create your own custom entrance theme whenever you join stream. Congratulations, and let's get some hype in the chat for Littlewood as well. I can find it. I'm ashamed of how quickly I found it, and I also regret seeing it. Jeff Bezos with knockers. Yeah, I feel like Jeff Bazoomies, right? Yeah, I feel like that there. I feel like weirdly enough, I probably have seen it before. I'm immediately sending it. Oh, that's much worse than I thought. Holy shit. That is not what I was imagining whatsoever, and it is so much worse. Oh, God. Why is it on a mug? Feel free to just call me Dongle now. Okay, but I will, but like, I also kind of like Udawood. It was the third photo? Why? Was it the third photo when you type in Jeff Bezos, or like Jeff Bezos with boobs or something? For those of you who are not seeing it, which is everyone except for me and Minx,
why is it on a mug?
it is
not the Bizoomies.
It's like a cartoon drawing of Jeff Bezos, but he has boobs, and they are lactating gold coins. Also, I love that the other photos of your search with Jeff Bezos with boobs were Jeff Bezos with his wife having boobs. Very funny to me. Yeah. Not misogynistic at all to to reference the woman next to Jeff Bezos as boobs. Incredible. The nipples are also male organs. Oh, I didn't even see that part. Yeah, that's horrifying. I hate it. I hate every part of this. The more I look at it, the more I find out about it, the less I like it. And I started off hating it. In other news, I'm buying the mug. New Pokemon? Oh, God. Yeah, it evolves from Meow. Did you hear Bezos is trying to make his new wife the next Bond girl? I did not, but that does not surprise me whatsoever. He spent $50 million on a second wedding. In Venice. Literally me? Being referred to as boobs? I hope not. Especially she's not hot enough for a Bond girl. I don't think she has the right look for a Bond girl. Oh, reheating them up. I see. That's better. But yeah, I feel like she's like definition like there's a difference between like beautiful and like hot. I feel like she's like in the category of hot and not like as much in the category of beautiful. And I feel like Bond girls are more in the category of beautiful. Like they also can fall into the category of hot, but like I feel like they like kind of are more like spread between the two rather than just one or just the other. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Like, don't get me wrong, she is a very attractive lady and all that, but like I feel like she's not like the right kind of attractive for a Bond girl. It's crazy if some people are both. I've never met any besides myself, but I mean, yeah, it's kind of a unicorn situation. You and my wife, but you know, not all of us are blessed. Twin unicorns. Twin unicorns. It's very attractive, but she does not have the I will kill and die for her aura that a Bond girl has. Yeah. I can see the lack of it. Right, 10 more encounters. Then I'm going to bed. Well, I'll probably, you know, calm down with something or other before I go to bed, but I'll be searching Jeff Bezos with boobs for a few hours first, but trying to find that mug. My wife would hate me if I bought that mug. Like, Cat, you got the late night bazooms. Oh my god. I can't get enough of that word. It just makes me so happy. It's such a good word. It has brought so much joy and a little bit of pain with the mug, but other than that, joy. God damn it, you sent me the link. How much does it cost? I'll click on it later. It's microwave safe, everyone. But yeah, my wife would absolutely hate it, because first of all, ew. Second of all, cursed, ew. Third of all, we have way too many mugs already. Because I went through a phase in college where I kept getting her mugs as gifts because I would be advertised on Facebook these like very niche like mugs from like different fandoms that we're both a part of. And like I would be like, oh, this is awesome, let me get this for her, and you know, I'd get her a mug and stuff like that, and like, you know, it was not thoughtful gift and all that and stuff like that. She didn't dislike the mugs, but we have so many mugs now because of it that like it's just like we don't need more mugs. We already don't use all of the ones we have. We literally like when we bought our house, they had like wine racks under the cabinets in the kitchen, like on one wall of cabinets, and we decided to, instead of that, because we don't drink much and don't have many wine glasses that and the ones we do don't fit very well into the wine racks, we put some like wood boards into the wine rack slots and stuff like that, and then screw in hooks into those wood planks, and we created like a mug rack zone, and we basically filled the mug racks with mugs. Granted, we have like more wine rack slots, but like we did like 8 boards with 8 to 10 boards with like 3 hooks each, and we've filled it. We have too many mugs. I don't even drink coffee. I don't drink hot drinks, so I don't use a mug for literally anything. It's literally just my wife drinking coffee in the morning, and if we have other people over that also drink coffee or tea. Like, we don't use mugs nearly enough for the amount of mugs we have. But now you'll have a favorite mug. That's true. Link Sand, but you must get your wife Tales of the Shire to placate your wife? Maybe. She already hates me that I bought that Steve Harvey Kirby that she found and tried to make me suffer along with, but then I immediately wanted it. You can use it for drinking TT. Nice boba zoomy tea. Alright. You can drink juice in a mug. That's true, but I usually drink my Snapple out of the bottle. Don't stop and limit this. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, let me show it before I end off stream. I'll grab it real quick. It is a Steve Harvey Kirby. Well, my wife saw it as a Facebook or Instagram advertisement and said, I need to show this to you. It's awful, and I need you to suffer with me. And I went, I hate it, and then thought about it for literally 1 second and said, I want it. And she's like, no, wait, no, stop. And I bought it, and she's like, I hate, why? Why did you buy it? Just a warm mug of milk? Milk mugs? But yeah, so I have that, and I don't think she'd appreciate Jeff Bezos with dick nipples lactating coins. I am speechless. It's a great purchase. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, let's go find ourselves a raid target. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun. These conversations were hilarious. I loved it. This is one of my favorite streams for a while. So thank you so much for joining. This was a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you have not yet liked the stream and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so you can catch every single one of these as they come out. Regardless, though, let's go raid Z-Logic. He's doing some shiny hunting in PLA.
They count on you when they're counting down the days.
You can choose whether you want to do Bazoomies or just the
And
Ectric
that's
raid.
why
Yeah, let's go pass on some love to Z-Logic.
Stream to double digit.
Don't really put that.
digit
Yeah,
likes.
it's probably for the best that we don't.
It really, excuse me, it really helps out.
All right, but again, thank you so much. I'm torn truly. Oh boy, hold on. Let me save real quick. Wait, no, you didn't send it. Okay. All right, but yeah, I hope to see you over there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and until the next stream, have a good one. Bye bye.